Hi guys, welcome back to Greg's Studio. So today we're going to start the first of our Davinci Resolve editing tutorials. Now if you want to learn to use Davinci Resolve has a free version. It's now Davinci Resolve 16. If you're still using Davinci Resolve 15, perhaps update to 16 to make it a little easier. So what we're going to do is, we're going to start with the very basics, like make it super basic. So in this first video, we're going to teach you the very basics that you need to make a video using Davinci Resolve. Hi guys, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over the easiest way to make a video in Davinci Resolve 16 without complicating it at all. And then, like I said, in future episodes we'll build on your skills and keep building as we go. So, now obviously you have these little sections here at the bottom, which are the different sections where you do different things. Like here's the import media. This section here is new, trim, for trimming your files, but you don't have to do it there. You can do it in this bit here, which is your editing section, which is where we're going to spend most of our time. We're going to ignore the Fusion, ignore Fairlight, ignore this, and at the end we'll use this bit to deliver our video. So we're here, right? Now you can import media here, but for now we're going to ignore that. What I normally do, just out of ease, is basically what I like to do is just drag the files in from my computer. So what I'll do is I'll look for the file that I need. Okay, so the file I am looking for is this one. So I'm just going to drag a file in and drop it. Easy peasy. Now that is way easier than going to the media bit and searching through there. Right, okay, so the first thing I want to do is, this is my first bin. This is the master section. So this section here, the master bin, that's where my main part of the video is. So the main part with the talking, I always keep in the master section. And what I do is I create another bin, and in there I put B-roll. So I right click, new bin, and then if I want I can change the name of the bin, but I tend to just leave it. Okay, so in this bin I would say I would put in some B-roll. Now you don't have to have separate bins. The whole point of it is basically, drag my files in there, is basically you keep things separate so it's easier to find them. So if you have like loads and loads of clips, it's good to separate them so you got like your B-roll on your main footage and stuff. You can also maybe put your music in a separate bin as well, and that's pretty much all it is. It's just keeping things in different spaces so you know where to find them. That's it. So I'll put this in here, put a little comedy audio in here that I can use as a little meme. Okay, so I've got my main footage in my main bin. I've got some B-roll to overlay on top of it, and in another bin. Then I've got some audio in a separate bin. So now I know where everything is. Simple. But all it is your bins is just simply storage. It's a place to store things. You can keep it all in one bin if you want. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I don't though. But that's it. Right. So what we got here is your main window is here. You have an option of 1 or 2 windows. I always use just one window normally, but if you use 2 windows, what happens is your timeline here, whatever you've edited in this timeline, that'll play on the right hand side window here, and your videos, clips that you're potentially away to watch, to see if it's the right clip, you could play that in the left one, like so. There we go. This is a video of me and Andy eating an obscene amount of hot sauce, by the way. Is it hot sauce? No, it's not. No, this is a video of me and Andy eating the world's hottest curry. I don't know. Right. So what we'll have here is your main timeline, yeah? Okay. So the first thing I would do is I would take my first video clip and I would drag it down, left click, drag it down into the timeline, and then drop it there. Okay? Now, I would push spacebar, see if it's playing.
Yeah, I saw that. I read it earlier.
Good. Sometimes Davinci Resolve often has problems with its audio, but it's working, right? Okay, so what I want to do is, I want to find the place which is the start of the video.
Hey guys.
Okay, so that's the start of my video. So I'm going to click on the dial here to bring it back, you can see there's a little audio spike here from where I just said, hey guys. So I'm going to go back there, and then I'm going to cut this bit in half. And then I'm going to delete the whole starter bit. Okay, now this is the easiest way to do it. Obviously, we'll do more complex things later. Now, there's an arrow key here, which we're in, which is just for like normal use of this. There's a blade click key. That's the two things we're going to go between constantly. So, we click blade, or you can push B, and that'll give you the blade. But also A, if you push the A key, it brings you back to arrow. So arrow, blade, arrow, blade. You can see it's changing color there, A and B, yeah? Or you can just click it with the mouse, one or the other, it doesn't really matter. So blade. I go between doing both. If it's easier for you, just click on it, on the ones that you want. But yeah, A, B, arrow, blade. Okay, and then you click your clip. Okay. And then, back to the arrow, click it or push A. Highlight this part here that you want to get rid of, and then push the delete key, and that'll bring your timeline back to the very start where you've cut it. So now it should start with, hey guys. Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond Spice. There we go. Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond Spice. Now, okay, so what I would do is I would watch it.
Greg. Oh, Andy.
We uploaded this video. Okay, and then what I would do is bits where we've made errors and stuff. If say, I don't know, say I stammered or something. 2 weeks ago, where we were taking on the world's hottest supermarket cut, I would stop at the bit where I stammer, cut it by clicking here with the mouse. Make sure I get the audio as well. Play. Which is the Indian. Click, delete, delete. Yeah. Back to the arrow. Highlight this section that I want to get rid of. Delete, and then that would cut out the stammer bit, right? Flaming fiery fun. Now, if I change my mind and I didn't want to get rid of it, what I could actually do is, if I highlight this and drag it to the right, if I want to keep this bit, if I go here, like so, hover the mouse over the end of this clip, yeah? And it'll change from an arrow to this little shape here. If I click the left button and keep my finger on it and drag it to the right, it'll make that video, it'll make that clip back to the size that it previously was. Flaming fiery foul. And now I've got it back. Or, if I wanted to, I can just go up to the edit button here and go undo and repeatedly push undo until it's no longer done. There we go, right. Okay, so we've got undo to go back. And also, like I said, we can literally just drag things out if we've made a mistake and we want to keep a bit which we've lost. Easy. Okay. Remember, whilst you're watching this, feel free to pause the video and try these things yourself on your own Davinci Resolve 16. There is a free version that you can download and you can do all this for free. Okay. So you got your timeline. You know how to cut your clips here. Okay. You don't cut your clips, go back to the arrow, highlight, delete. You don't have to delete bits. And then you just trim your clips constantly until you get the video looking how you want it to look. Okay? Easy peasy. So what you want next is, you want B-roll. Yeah? So if you've recorded B-roll for your video, probably best to keep it in a separate bin, like so. Okay, so what you would do is you would take your B-roll and you would drag it back onto the timeline. So you take your B-roll and you drag it onto the timeline. But make sure you put it on a different line. There we go. So what's going to happen is, what's going to happen here is, so this is the main video, and this bit here will be my B-roll. This bit right here. Now what's going to happen is, you'll hear both audios from the video, from both videos, but the one that will appear on screen is the B-roll one, yeah? Because I'm overlaying the B-roll on top of the video. So if the person who's talking is talking about, I don't know, a factory or something, you could show B-roll of the factory and have them continue talking. And what you could do is, if you want to get rid of the audio for the B-roll, you can either just click this line here, drag it all the way down, which is the easiest way, or I can drag it up if I want up the audio back, right? Or you can just lock off everything. This is really important when you're editing, actually, to lock bits off and then delete, say, the audio, yeah? And now, if I unlock these, if I the Indian. Now, if I play this, flaming fiery fowl, very hot, fiery chicken curry made with. You hear me talking, but you see Will Smith and Yoda. No. Which is, I did not expect that. Anyway, yeah. So there we go. So that's your B-roll overlay. Now, obviously, if I was to put Will Smith B-roll on here, what I would do is I would want his audio of him talking. So what I would do is I'd find the bit I want to end at.
Oh, that's us. That was actually.
Okay. So.
The extract. Now, to you, that was maybe 2-3 weeks ago. But to us, that was actually.
Right. So that's a bit of a mess, right? So what I would do is I would go back to my cut tool and I would trim here, we'll bring this over here, trim here in the audio, back to arrow, okay, and then this line here, yeah, so the mouse pointer will turn into 2 little arrows, click this line, drag it down to drag down the audio. And this is one of the best things about Davinci Resolve, which is it's so easy to manipulate the audio that it just makes it so much more fun to work with. And then it goes from me talking.
Curry made with scorpion chili and nugget chili. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Right? So that's cool, but I might not want the video of Will Smith. In fact, I wouldn't want the video of him, I would just want the audio. So I'll lock off the audio of his track, the audio of the main track, delete this, come back here, push space to play.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Okay, so now, if I was eating something really spicy and my friend was quiet for a second, and you know I wanted to make fun of him, which is what we do in our videos, I would put that under the facial expression of him panicking and stuff. Okay, let's say that this is probably quite important as well. Let's say that your footage is a little bit jumpy, right? You might want to stabilize your footage, okay? So what you do is you select the clip that you want to stabilize, and then you're going to go to here, click here, and then here where it says window, yeah, you're going to click here, click stabilizer, and then click stabilize, and that'll stabilize your footage. Now, because I used a tripod, it doesn't actually need stabilized, but we'll just quickly stabilize it anyway. If you want to make your footage black and white, this is quite simple. Go down here, click monochrome. There we go, black and white. Easy peasy. Okay, so we're back here. So yeah, so I'm here. What else am I going to show you? Okay, now when I end my videos, what I like to do is I like to end it with a bit of a song. So what I might do is, let's see. So I'm going to drag in a photo. I'm going to take this photo down here, right? And then what I'm going to do is okay, so there's a big jump here. Now, if I go up here and you see this little white bit here, yeah? This little white thing. If I drag this little white thing outwards, yeah? That then gives me
still off the play.
Fade to black. Also, if you're doing something and you film something and there's like a death scene, fade to black, awesome. Now, there we go, fade to black, straight into the photo. I might fade this out a bit as well. There we go. Right. Now, so I want some music for this. So again, what I'll do is I'll take some of my B-roll. If I left click, it should show up here. There we go. Right, so I want this one, yeah. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to lock all this off. Delete this because I don't want the video. Unlock it again so I can edit it. I'm going to take this. I'm going to maybe bring it, say, over here. I'll use this tab so the music fades in as well. Again, I can change the music volume by going to this line here and dragging it up and down. Okay. Yep. And yeah, well, let's see.
Still half a plate.
What I like to do is I like to let the music play out a little bit so it's black for a while before the video ends. I don't want to just have a total jump, so I'll trim the video here, and then I shall back to the arrow. I can push A or I can click the arrow, delete the rest of the music. There we go. I want my music to fade out at the end, okay? So I'm going to drag this back here so it fades. Let's check it out. Fade in, fade out.
Still half a plate.
Okay, so I have my main video. I have my section here for B-roll where I just drag it in. Okay, I lock things off to protect them. So I lock off everything apart from the line where I'm deleting something, yeah? And then I unlock them again to edit, okay? If I want to change the video audio, remember this line here, up and down, to change the audio. Arrow, cut. We've stabilized it so it's stable. And then, I've added a photo at the end for your YouTube card at the end. So basically, it's nice to have a photo. You can change the size of it as well, but I'll show you that later. It's a bit more complex. And then yeah, put a little music at the end. You can have music all the way through as well if you want, actually. I normally do as well, actually. Bin 4's music. So what I would usually do is, I would have some kind of bumbling music, because it's funny. So...
Hey guys, welcome back.
Okay, so that's a little too loud, because I was messing about with it. There we go, right.
To Beyond Space. I'm Greg.
So you can see my music's a little too loud, so I'm going to want to bring this down a little bit, yeah? Okay.
Oh, Andy.
2 weeks ago, where we were taking on the world's very hot fiery chicken curry made with scorpion chili and naga
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
And you can see my music plays at the same time as Will Smith as well. If I wanted to change that, I could trim the music, yeah? Here, trim it here, switch back to arrow, drag this down, and then fade, and fade again.
fiery chicken curry made with scorpion chili and naga chili.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Usually I would do this at a section where one of us is really struggling with the heat of it, yeah. Anyway, so got my end card, got my music. What I would usually do with the music is I will just right click on it, copy, click here, paste, copy paste, and keep doing it until it gets to the end, copy paste. Okay, and then I'm going to cut my music at the end, just before this other music starts. Come on. Okay. And then delete. Then I'm going to want my music to fade before this other music starts. And then...
Another two. You done?
I love this music.
That was funny. You hit the beat. Still half a plate.
There we go. So one song fades out, the other one starts, okay? I got my end card there. I might well make my end card a little bit longer. There we go. Just dragged it out to make it longer. So I'll have like other videos overlaid on top of here. Normally I would make this fit screen, but I'll show you that another time because I don't want to overwhelm you guys too much. Actually, I'll quickly show you how to make it fit. So we can go to transform, then just drag the photo size. There we go. Face the screen.
Still half a plate.
There you go. It burns, burns, burns. Pretty cool, eh? So that's my end screen. Now in YouTube's own settings, I'll add videos here as well. There we go. So next thing we need to do is we need to deliver the video. And by deliver, I mean download it from here onto my computer, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this little rocket at the bottom right, and that's where I download my video. Now what I'm going to do is, I'll do the most simple settings, okay? So I'm going to go to click on YouTube, 1080p. There we go. Amazing. It's at 1080p. Format QuickTime. I'll change that to MP4. Browse location to where you want to download it. I usually download them onto a hard drive, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm gonna go F drive, save. There we go. It's my hard drive. I know where to save it to. And then I'll change the title actually. Just did that first. Super spicy. Okay. Right, so I've got a name, I've got a place it's going to go to that I know, my hard drive. I've made it an MP4, YouTube settings. Next, I want to add to render queue, okay? So I hit add to render queue. There we go. And then I come over here, and then I hit start render. Rendering in progress. Once it's finished rendering, that means it'll be downloaded onto the place where you've put it to be downloaded, and then you can upload it. Easy peasy. Here it tells you the amount of time it'll take, so 8 minutes 40. So there we go. But through the magic of editing, okay, so basically if I was rendering a 20-minute video, it would probably take about 10 minutes to render. It's usually like half the amount of time of the actual video that you've made. Now, so it's rendered, so what I would do now is I would go up to the actual job here, yeah? Just my super curry, timeline 1, but we ate the hottest supermarket curry in the world. I would right click, I would go open file location, and that'll show me exactly where the file's saved. It's saved right here, there we go. And what I would do next is I would drag that straight into YouTube and upload it, and that's it. Pretty simple. So yeah, that is the easiest way to make a video on Davinci Resolve. That's it. So each week we're going to add more onto it, and it'll become more and more complex until we know how to use everything, including color grading and the fusion section and all that. But, so yeah, come back next week and I'll show you something a bit more advanced. See ya.